We doing it live. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I'm back with another dog shit show. I'm back. I got with me my man, good brother Post. I ain't spoke to Post in about a week and a half, man. I ain't spoke to Post since he got his taxes.
Man, I had a death in the family, man, so I had to fall back, man. I just lost my last uncle, so we buried him yesterday. He was in the military, so they sent him off right. Shot the bullets in the air. They gave my my grandmother the flag and 3 shells and stuff. So yeah, they sent him off right, man.
All right, man.
My condolences, good brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brothers.
In the chat, man. All right, good brother. Yeah, you ain't been on the show. Yeah, you ain't been on the show all week either. What's going on with you, good brother?
You know, I had to work all week long, man. I was mad I couldn't be at last night's show, man.
Last night was wild.
Laughing my man Baron, man. But damn, don't worry. I will be there next week. I will be in the building. You know what's up. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Shout out to everybody in the chat be saying what's up to me, man.
I had to drop some truth on them today in the video, man. You know.
Oh yeah, I was let them know, man. What you think in that video too?
It's about the games, man. It's not about the power. Like games with no power is like a baseball player on roids and he can't hit a ball. Like it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, brother.
For sure. Well, let you know, guys. I have something lined up for maybe about a week and a half. Some of the the more known, really pro Xbox guys within the community, the ones that have been shunned me and are still speaking to me slightly. I'm going to be interviewing those guys during the week, about an hour. No, you know what I mean? Asking them, what they think about the brand, what they thought about the brand in 2013, what they think about it now. Have their feelings changed? They like the direction, you know what I mean? So I'm going to be bringing you that, you know what I mean? A couple of throwback guys too, man. Guys I haven't spoke to in forever, man. So look out for that. But anyway, as you guys come in, we're not gonna be here too long. But again, it will be a very entertaining show. Hey, Post.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man. I'm about to throw your funky ass under the bus, right? Now, listen. Check it out right now. Now you've been very, very supportive of Microsoft in the past. Now, before you answer that question, I got to remind you this is a drug-free environment. I hate to question your integrity, and anything you say today will be used against your later show. All right.
Okay.
All right. No problem. All right. So you see all what's been going on Twitter, the backlash that I've been getting this period. You know what I mean? People saying that I what the fuck did Tim tell me yesterday? I'm stirring the pot. I got everybody. I done split the Xbox community. You know what I mean?
That needed to happen.
Oh, I'm just because you went back and forth for a couple of these shows here. You know what I mean? So what has changed you? Like, what's going on? Like, talking.
I still stand firm in my assessment of Microsoft. Right now, it's just a dull period for them gaming wise. I think, and what you do internally as a company should never reflect on your customers. In this case, that's what's happening. And we know if we look at games like Horizon Zero Dawn, which took 7 years, you say God of War took about 5, maybe 10 years, because I think from what Matt said, the Ascensions team developed it. You have other games that take about 4, 5, or 6 years. So these are long development cycles. So when Sony was going through their issues, when they was having sparse, when they were saying their lineup was going to be sparse, this when the Gods of Wars and the Horizon Zero Dawns and the games that are coming out now, they was in their long development cycle then. I think Microsoft just waited at the wrong time to get their shit together internally, and now they're asking their fan base to wait another 5, 6, 7 years plus on some games. I ain't too copacetic with that, and I ain't never content, man. The shit just fucked up right now, and I gotta voice my opinion. It's fucked up. This is ain't no way to damage. Ain't no damage controlling nothing. You can't damage control it. It's fucked up.
Listen, man. Listen, man. I would hate to question your integrity, nigga. You done cut up on a couple of these shows. You know I got more the contract, nigga. Your video is coming out soon. You know that. I'm gonna throw your ass up under the bus. Hey, but nah, hey, bro, I'm just saying, like, hey, bro, was it that month? What God of War get a 95? Was it that God that 94? That
Metacritic. God of War got 94 Metacritic, and it got a 95 on OpenCritic.
Was it that Kraken that was lacking? Fucking, you also argue about that Sea of Thieves too.
No, you know what? Sea of Thieves in the beta, I was for it because when it was in beta, I was thinking, well, maybe it's some things that we haven't gotten yet in the final game. The game come out and it was the same beta that I was playing. I'm like, I'm good. The repetitive missions, and the fact that it doesn't reward you with anything but just cosmetic things. I'm good.
All right.
Fuck that shit. Shit trash. It's gonna be years before that game get to where it's supposed to be. And in that case, you can compare it to No Man's Skies, because it took some years for No Man's Skies to become the game that it is now, even though people still say it's trash, but it went through plethoras of updates to get where it is now, and Sea of Thieves gonna have to do the same thing.
Sea of Thieves is trash.
Oh man, Sea of Thieves is trash.
You know what? He didn't even introduce himself. You realize?
Hey, yo, this fucking slip right in here. Hey, shout out to my man. He spoke to your ass in a couple of days either, man. That man's had on his Dr. J's and his sweatpants with no pockets a day.
You know, sometimes you gotta keep it funky in Philly. You know what I mean?
Top on the caddy and everything.
Sony is smart though, because they have changed. They continue to change and control the narrative. It's not about 4K gaming anymore. Man. It's not about HDR, none of that. It's not about 4K textures. It's about who has the best content. Okay. Who's putting out the best content? That's what it's came to.
Post. Let me just stop you right before you go, bro. No matter what, when you think about it,
let this nigga hang himself.
This is nah. We gotta stop that right here. Listen, what we do, we like to call it gaming. We don't play consoles. You don't play hardware. We play games. It was always about the games, no matter what, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm more about multiplayer games, but shit.
Yeah.
You only giving the same ones over and over again. After a while, it starts to get that Call of Duty. You know, I'm done with. I've been done with Call of Duty since 2013, bro. I might play. I look more forward to a Call of Duty fucking single player than the multiplayer. I don't even play the multiplayer. You got that all day long. Yeah. And you know, Gears is new to me because I never played the multiplayer. But Halo, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's starting to get that effect. So it was always about the games, and you got to bring new, fresh shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing this Cartoon Network gaming. I'm not doing that, man. I'm not doing it. I shun Nintendo, bro. I shun Nintendo. I'm done with it. I never touch a Nintendo device because of all that Cartoon Network shit. Xbox gonna give me that too? Nah, baby. Not me, baby.
But listen, to be fair though, you know, I was out here in these gaming streets back in 2013. It was about the goddamn power, you know what I mean? In the better words, the multiplayer. That was running rampant.
No, they threw that in your face and y'all fell for it. They bluffed you. I'm telling you, bro, they bluffed y'all while they was cooking up that fire. Now look.
Right, and that's the problem is that, like Post was saying though, like, Sony controls the narrative. They controlled it since the beginning. As soon as Microsoft came out and was like, "Oh, here goes my noose. Let me put this shit around my neck. Jump off this cliff with this bullshit as reveal." As soon as they did that shit, Sony was in control. As soon as Sony was in control, did that shit wherever the fuck they wanted it to be.
Maslin, you are a soldier of the United States of America. You know the winner always. The winner always controls the narrative. We lost in you wouldn't. Yo, I didn't know. Out of school.
Shout out to Yobo for the $2 holler. Fire Field, Fire Shannon, Fire Greenberg.
Damn. Greenberg the man. Lee Greenberg. Let's
I don't think it's that serious. I just think when I say that, when I speak on that, and what I speak on that is the premises of what Microsoft came out with the X. They the marketing was all about 4K textures, 4K HDR and stuff like that. And you know that doesn't matter anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think they missed the window by not bringing.
But why is that though? Listen, let's look at it from why is that not the issue anymore? Is it because now Digital Foundry's making light of it? It's not that I mean, listen, be fair. And I remember they were saying that the textures.
Digital Foundry is basically they
well,
are the main fucking promoter. They the main ones promoting the X. Like it's not them.
No.
Yeah.
What I mean by this is what I mean by this. Like I remember like when some of the things were like 900p. Well, you can obviously tell from the soft. I mean, they used to really go out the way with that shit.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, even when we had betas, like real talk.
Now
Betas.
it's either way you play it. It's okay.
Yeah,
You're getting a good product.
I'm pony through, but I gotta listen. I'm gonna give you guys the truth on it.
Lord,
alternative fact.
I'm pay the bills because I heard you shout them out, but I'm hit Spooky Buster with the $2. Said shout out to the Zulu Nation, 100% proof.
Damn.
Yeah, but finish what you doing.
Yeah, you want to finish?
You go ahead, Z.
No, I was just saying. So that was, you know, what I mean, you know, I'm not saying they do mention it, but that was kind of harped on. And then you had other publications that would pick up on that, and you know, Microsoft loses again. Like it was crazy, you know, man. Not what crazy, but it was what it was, right? And again, and listen, listen. To be fair, no one told you to sacrifice the specs for your console to include a peripheral that no one wanted. That's your motherfucking fault. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Now, moving forward, though, right? And I have people doing this right now. And we want to go back to. We really want to show about the tweet from Ryan McCaffrey, basically calling out Phil. Even Tim said something to Phil today. I'm like, Jesus, Tim, everybody, like, God, what have I started? Because first, you know, they was looking like I was crazy. Oh, your next thing.
I said that in my video, bro. I told them they was looking at us like we crazy, motherfucker. You crazy? Yeah, you gonna sit here as a 40-something-year-old man and pretend you having fun catching chickens and fucking pigs? Nah, bro.
This was the issue. Microsoft betted on the fact that the X was going to play on third-party games better than their competitors, but the competitors have made it not about third-party games, but big AAA exclusives.
Nah, so it's not even that. It's not even that. What they bet on was the same shit that they got beat. They ass beat at the beginning of this generation. They bet on all those articles where this game runs at 792p on Xbox One and runs full 1080p on PS4. They bet on all those articles existing, but none of that shit happened because you get the checkerboard and it's good enough. Digital Foundry says it's good enough. It's good enough.
Forza 7 was not enough to showcase what the box. They needed another title there to really punch and show what that system could do.
You know what they
needed?
You know what I'm saying?
Not just another title. They need more titles. Even the shit today, the tweet with Ryan McCaffrey and then Phil responding.
I didn't see the tweet with Ryan McCaffrey.
Like even how he responded talking about games, you know, take time to make. That's all true. That's true. We've been saying that shit, but that's not the point. I don't see any of that shit, so it doesn't fucking exist. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck how many times you say this shit. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist.
And that's the problem.
All these games that Sony's putting out, all these shit that people still naming, is not coming out for 2019, 2020. Like that shit ain't coming out for another year and a half, 2 years. But you know it fucking exists.
Let's share my screen. You guys get
hold on, I got to pay the bills. My man Biggie, baby. He said, "Hey Z, you need to read Console Wars. The same mistakes Sega made at the end of their run seems to be the same mistakes my Xbox is making."
You talking about releasing hardware after hardware, but there was. I'm listening. To be fair, again, I'm you know, maybe showing my age. I was there for that run, and with Sony, what Sega did was ridiculous. They gave us the 32X 1 year, then they did the Master CD, then they just dropped the Saturn. And about 2 days, they slammed you in the head with the Dreamcast. They did it every year and a half. They had new hardware, and it's not more or less related to the same thing with Microsoft. More or less did with they did make it smaller, and I guess you can maybe compare the S to Sony Slim, and you can compare the Pro to the X. They both made the original console smaller, and then they came with their making refreshes. Just Microsoft flipped them a little bit, put the 4K upscaler in their Slim, but same shit. You know what I mean? But what Sega did was kind of like, they literally, you had the 32X add-on, then you had the Master CD shit they added on to that. Then they just, boom, dropped the Saturn. And that shit, when, they had lost a lot of third-party support, they actually lost EA. That was, Madden and Live was like duty and everything back then. And then they just came out and then dropped the Dreamcast. So a little different. But right here, you can see the mask. You want to read this? Ryan McCaffrey. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
so
see it.
Ryan McCaffrey said Xbox fans are dying to celebrate a masterpiece level exclusive like God of War. Thing is, though, it took Sony 10 years to get to this point where the first party is firing on all cylinders. This work started in the PS3 era. Xbox can/might get there, but it's going to take a long time. So Phil responded after a whole bunch of other people responded. It says, our hardware took time, our service platform, backward compatibility took time, and continuing to grow, our first party will take time. A high quality and diverse first party, yes, with single player, built the right way is our goal and what our customers deserve. We can have similar results to what we've seen in hardware and platform. That's not a lie, but who gives a fuck? I don't see it, so it doesn't matter.
I'm scratching my head.
This is what's getting me. This is what's getting me about that. Okay, games take like 4, 5, 6, 7 years to make, right?
All right.
What the fuck were y'all doing like 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago?
Bullshit. Internals, the internals.
I
and a whole lot of other shit.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what they were doing 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago.
But that's what I was saying.
Like this shit is not a lie. It took 10 years for God of War to be made by Santa Monica's A-Team,
which started
was made by some C nigga shit. They was just in the studio. Like Sony Santa Monica is a big ass studio. They got a whole bunch of teams that was made by some C team. It took almost 8 years or whatever, something like that, for a God of War to be made by the Essential team. It took almost 8 years and then skipping an entire generation for a real 3D Mario. It took a generation and a half for a real Zelda. Like shit takes
7 years for Horizon Zero Dawn.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about any of that. Show me the shit that's supposed to be working.
But
right now, I ain't seen that shit, so it doesn't fucking exist.
You know what the problem is,
whining and saying yes, we're doing it. I don't give a fuck about any of that.
It took God of War more than 5 years.
Or shut the fuck up.
This is the problem. Real talk, right? And to Sony's credit, Sony that we know so far, because some of them came out and spoke. I think it was Naughty Dog was saying that Sony doesn't tell us what to do. They let their developers go out there and develop and create and bounce new ideas. Where Microsoft. And again, you look at the size of the studio of 343, right? Massive goddamn studio. You just said that Sony Santa Monica it was huge. 343 is bigger than they are. You know what I mean? Massive, right? Now I say that to say this: they're just making one game. Let's be clear this, okay? And you have the coalition, whatever. And I also, like again, I always say that I don't say what I see by chance. And again, and I'm not trying to run. No, I'm rubbing some shit in niggas' faces now. They argued me down about they didn't want motherfuckers to make anything outside of that. You understand what I'm saying? And listen, and credit to Mighty Mouse, we have to be honest, right? What made the 360 so great, bro? They had great second party deals. They spoke open. Gears and Ninja Gaiden and Two Human and Lost Odyssey, not all those little games. You got those in between, right? Before you in between your Halo, you get then in between. Microsoft didn't even own Gears back then. You got a Gears, and then in between that, you might got a Fable. Then you got Ninja Gaiden. You got all these different goddamn games, right? With this generation, we didn't get any of that, right? But for the last 17 months, we've gotten games like, and this what makes it look a little spooky, right? And this one I'm like to say question their integrity. We got in games like Lucky Tales, Recore, and all the while, check it out, right? And I've always said I got a thing that I've grown up with Nintendo, but Nintendo hasn't grown up with me. I don't care for games that look like that. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking those that like them. Kudos, you know what I mean? But we got that as a full course meal. That's what we have, nigga. Take it. You know what I mean? We didn't get anything else. So when I was saying that, and maybe see if these can grow to be great. But what I was saying initially was that's not the right game for right now. You know what I mean? For us not having a AAA goddamn game within 2 years, see if these were there. They should have came up with State of Decay first. You understand what I'm saying? Or whatever they had to do. That wasn't the answer. You know what I mean? And that's why it looks so bad. And everyone's like they scramble, whatever they're doing. And again, by them not saying anything and holding their cards so close to their chest, and then that's what going for people damage go. Well, we don't want Microsoft to show games. So they argue about me 2-3 years out. No, because the delays is not the problem. It's when you cancel a goddamn game and then you don't have anything to replace it. Delays happen all the goddamn time. Is anybody fussing about no days being pushed back? No. The motherfucker's still coming. You know what I mean? And whether you like Scalebound or whether you like Fable, all that is subjective. But those are major games that motherfuckers looking, such as myself, we're looking forward to, and we didn't get anything to replace that. But Recall, Voodoo Vince, some motherfuckers, and again, I'm not
gaming.
Listen, check it out, right? I want you guys to take over. I've been talking all goddamn week. That I understand it takes time. I hear Phil, right? And I always like I'm throwing this fuck nigga up under the bus, but it is what it is. Phil, I don't have a problem with you. I had to keep saying it, but you know, he doesn't think I like him, right? But I say this, right? You've been in this generation. I mean, you've been in the console business now for but 17 years. You know what I mean? And that's something you guys sound like Nintendo sounded last generation with the Wii U. Understand? We didn't know that it took that long to make a high definition game. You got one motherfucking job, Nintendo, is to make games. You understand what I'm saying? So I wouldn't buy that shit. You didn't know what it took to make a high definition game, and games are taking longer to create. No, like what are you doing? If you know that if whatever you're doing is going to, if you ain't got the talent, it's going to take a little while. You know what I mean? Well, go out there and buy something. They've been so fucking cheap. You got all. Listen again. You had a goddamn company at the start of the generation that sold their mother's panties to keep the goddamn lights on. How the fuck did they come out there and hustle you? Came out there and slapped the shit out you. David and Goliath. They did that, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know if some of this shit could be, maybe it didn't start. I mean, I had to say wait till next generation, but I don't know, man. Like, shit looking kind of spooky. Shit looking real spooky, man. Make this a little smaller.
That's crazy.
Like I said, I don't give a fuck about all this excuses and the ifs and buts and ands and fuck all that shit. Just show me some games. If these motherfuckers stop talking on Twitter and start putting up a screenshot of one fucking game, nobody would have any of these words to say. But y'all motherfuckers keep putting yourself in this position where y'all gotta go, well, my bad, we got you. No, bitch, just show me. I don't give a fuck about all that talking. Stop talking. Y'all do too much fucking talking. Sony doesn't say shit. Now, you don't see people on Sony's side tweeting at motherfuckers. None of that shit.
Yeah,
they just show the game and walk the fuck away, and then let their fans go and speculate for fucking ever, and then come back and here goes the game.
This shit today I was seeing of them congratulating Sony on God of War. Right. Man, they don't do that. Nintendo and Sony don't be doing that shit to them. Fuck is y'all doing? And like I said earlier, what you doing internally should never reflect on the customers. So no matter what you going through, with all the money and all the shit that people talk about Microsoft have, you should be able to put yourself in a position where if you know your first party is fucked up right now, go out and buy some shit and plug to fill in the holes until y'all get y'all shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, to reiterate what Next Gen was saying, Sony sold buildings, properties, all types of shit. They only pretty much got two divisions. That's PlayStation and the fact that they still make the CMOS chips for the cameras and shit and all that. I don't know how much where their phone division is, but I know, and they got the TV too. They still doing the TV. You know what I'm saying? But man, damn, like I would have thought Microsoft would have took this chance to put their foot on their neck. You know what I'm saying? They had an opportunity to, especially transitioning from the 360 era and where they had an opportunity to catch Sony in a vulnerable spot, but they let Sony get up out that jam, and this shit looking spooky as they did the same dumb shit that
they did the same dumb shit that Sony did when they came out with the PS3. Was they got big boy, got they nuts about, yeah, y'all gonna do whatever the fuck we say, and the gaming industry was like, kiss my ass. You do that shit, you get knocked in the face. The only difference was Sony at the beginning of the PS3 generation was just in Microsoft. Sony didn't put out shit at the beginning of the PS3 generation. Over the time, they put out good games at the end of the generation, which is the same shit they're doing now. At the beginning of the generation, they was indie. Everything is indie, and then I'm gonna drop Uncharted 1 year. I'll drop Bloodborne 1 year. I'll drop Infamous 1 year, and then here goes a whole bunch of games that we want you to say that, you know, we have once our market share is up high enough to where we can sell millions upon millions. They played that shit out perfectly. Microsoft was dropping all the games that should have dropped at the end of the 360 gen at the beginning of the Xbox One generation. And then here we are, where We in a low where they ain't got shit because they put out all that shit at the beginning, and they put it out back to back to back.
Maslin, don't
and then they dropped off the fucking planet.
Stop disrespecting Xbox. We got games right now. We just got Xbox. A lot of Cartoon Network. We got a lot of Cartoon Network shit going on right now.
Listen to me. Fuck Xbox. Do you hear me?
We got a whole game with a bunch of people with no faces. That shit look like a dream or some shit. I don't know what the fuck that shit look like, bro. Like, yo, that game should be called Smash Face. The fuck is this, bro?
Hey, yo, bro. Hey, yo, what's that shit? What's that shit?
Shout out to my boy Mel. They all look like my man Flat Face Mel. Man, that shit look crazy.
Hey, like, what's that shit I put out at the beginning of the week? I said, what? That Noah had one of these goddamn games was made on the 16 flop console.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, listen, what we think we were talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about Rare. Well, how you gonna compare that to? Listen, man, I don't know what people act like Rare's in the special goddamn Olympics or something. Like I don't know what the fuck. Like you know what I mean? You guys were just praising Rare. Rare this, and I said, why won't you get rid of Lionhead Studios and keep Rare? Right? I don't get. Well, Rare's let you guys argue. Me, listen, man, you motherfuckers have amnesia. I swear to God, man. I need to listen, man. I'm about to pay this motherfucker. Go back and get all the tapes. I was saying, like, you know, what has Rare done? You know, what I mean, and since Microsoft acquired them for $350 million, or upward a little bit more, what have they done? Rare about the Ghoulies, with Perfect Dark cameo. You know, none of those was like world beaters or anything like that. And they made Kinect Sports, which was very profitable for them. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and avatars. You know, so they were saying, you know what? It was saying that Microsoft has taken the chains off Rare. Remember that? And Michael said, I ain't gonna be messy. Microsoft has taken the shackles off Rare. They got the freedom to do X, Y, and Z, right? And then again, for 4 years, was making this game, and you got the Kraken that was lacking, that was looking for some action. You know what I mean? You had my man Bob, but what were people under there doing, taking pictures anyway? Like, yo, this shit here looking kind of wild, man. Like this shit, right? You can't make this shit up. Like you motherfuckers are looking spooky. Well, I'm just sitting back and I'm laughing though, man. Because I said I would hate to be the Xbox to say I told you so, but I told you so.
My man said you're gonna get the rest of the Kraken and DLC, man.
Yeah, we said this shit forever evolving. I said, man, not like this, man. Not like this.
I want to say this shit because I tweeted it out, but I want to say this shit so that all you motherfuckers can hear it straight from me. If you are hyping up review scores from IGN this week and last week, you said you can't spell ignorant without IGN, running the traffic blindfolded. If you are an Xbot whining about media bias because the review scores are high, running the traffic blindfolded.
Facts.
Both sides are fucking stupid. Facts. Neither one of y'all motherfuckers have played the game. None of y'all. So anybody hyping that shit up, you're dumb as the motherfuckers who are mad about it. None of y'all motherfuckers have played it. Stop letting other people tell you whether some shit is good or not. Play the shit. If you like it, you like it.
You know what's crazy? Hold on. Let me say this. You know what's crazy? Just 2 weeks ago, Metacritic didn't matter. Review scores didn't matter. Now, just yesterday, everybody had a fucking meltdown. Like, come on, man. Over the same thing they said didn't matter.
You know what was crazy when the fucking the 85 came out. It was like somebody gave it like an 8.5.
Yeah,
and said the combat wasn't inspired, and all the Sony people was like at that nigga neck. Like 8.5 is a bad fucking score. Like y'all was at that nigga neck, but as soon as the 10s came out, oh look at this shit, nigga. Like it's either the review scores don't mean shit or they mean everything.
So what do you stand
on both sides of the spectrum fucking up?
Hey, yo, so what do you stand at, man? Do you think it's they got it? Women on the hood, they bumping that bitch already. Everybody got this shit. They got a war. Like you know, what I mean, I seen the play a little bit of it in the barbershop. I had to go talk to my man. They was in the plan today. What do you think it's what is going to be, or I'm gonna play
the game and I'll determine whether or not it's good. But this the thing, and I'm about to get a whole bunch of hate for all this shit. Halo, the entire fucking series, Gears, the entire fucking series, Uncharted, the entire fucking series, The Last of Us, they're all like 7.5s to me.
You're getting DDT'd.
They're all like 7.5s.
Hey yo.
Halo, I played. I was in the military, so
hashtag judge your uncle.
Xbox 360, Xbox Ones, them LAN parties on board ships and on military bases, that was all the shit. So everybody's playing Halo. Gears came out, they started doing that same shit. And they all like, okay, I played every single fucking game. So that all the Halo games, I played them bitches, played the multiplayers, all the Gears, played them bitches, played the multiplayers. They not my shit. They not like the greatest game.
Cut this motherfucker mic off, man. You know he is in the war. He got hit with shrapnel and shit, man.
Hey, I forgot. You know what? Man's got 3 fingers on each hand.
Yeah, you know he was in the war. He got hit with grenades, shrapnel. He ain't been right ever since.
The gameplay is mediocre as fuck. The Last of Us. My wife sitting here behind me. She has watched me play through this whole fucking game. Every time Ellie fucking ran across the screen while I'm sneaking through some shit, and she running into enemies, and them motherfuckers running to me because she pushed them over to me, I almost snapped that fucking disc. Damn. Like, the AI was fucking trash. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Yeah, if that's okay with y'all, like, I don't remember shit from The Last of Us, except for the ending, kinda. And then the giraffes, because everybody kept showing that shit. Like, it was so fucking emotional. I don't go to the zoo and be like, oh my God, giraffes. I didn't do that shit in The Last of Us either. And then the fucking story itself, it was all right. Like, gameplay was okay. I'm about gameplay. This is what it is. If you like it, great. Fantastic. Play the fuck out of that shit. Play it all day. It is the masterpiece. It is the greatest game that you've ever played. I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because you're not playing the game for me, so I don't give a fuck what your opinion is. Everybody else needs to take on that same mentality. Just like I just said, I don't like that shit. You can say L, fuck you, Mass, all you want. I don't give a fuck. You're not playing the game for me. Therefore, your opinion is irrelevant as fuck to me. Just keep it 100.
Hey, to all my people in the chat, you gotta excuse my brother Mass. He kind of slow. He got hit with shrapnel in the war. He ain't been right ever since.
That didn't happen.
He walked with a real bad leg. His posture crazy. Y'all gotta excuse him.
I like fried shrimp.
They keep him in a room by himself, sitting on the TV watching the wall. I don't know what the fuck going on with him.
These is my brothers. Like, these is my boys. They need something. I got them any day of the week. They all love Gears. Fuck all their opinions too. I just want to point that out.
Listen, man. Yo, I got a serious question for y'all right now. Y'all ready? What if Xbox doesn't deliver at E3? Now, I don't want to hear what if they do. I want to hear what if they don't. You gotta remember and keep this in mind. We have like 1 year, maybe 2 years left in this generation. What if they don't deliver at E3?
I'm sorry. You said what if? Okay, you said what if Microsoft doesn't deliver at E3?
Yeah. What if they don't drop a killer E3 show? What if it's more of the same bullshit from last year? 40-some indies and some multi-plats.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this right. Last week on BGST, you know, you got the Defiant King Mega, right? Not to be, he ain't gonna take his L, right? And I asked him, well, you know, because we didn't talk, you know, we talk off the air, you know what I mean? And everybody said, more or less, you know, when you got the diehards saying, you know what I mean, that if Microsoft don't, you know, deliver at E3, that, you know, they're still going to play the Xbox. They're not going to be out there repping it. So I'm asking them, I said, by you saying that you're admitting that there's a problem. You know what I mean? You're admitting that there is a problem. If you're down to your last straw on the wire, mind you, this other day you was loving CFDs, but if they don't come to this, now mind you guys argue me down about CFDs, the game of the goddamn year, right? But if they don't deliver at this E3, that you're off the hype train, you're not hyping the product anymore, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I said this again on multiple other shows. I said that in my heart, I believe that Microsoft wants to deliver a great show. I just don't think they know how to. And that's just, you know what I mean, at the end, from what I'm hearing, you know, they got a few big third-party deals, with maybe a step in the right direction. As far as, you know, marketing rights and stuff like that. I've heard, and so, you know, I showed you guys the kind. That's another part from another guy too. I seen his badge that works for Sony Sumo Digital. I'm sorry if you don't know, that's the people that are working on Crackdown. Game is shit, more or less. You know what I mean? The game is shit. But I've never really been hyped for Crackdown. I know some are, but 2 of those I heard it's not that good. State of Decay 2, I think is going to be awesome. But again, and not to sound like cliche, I think anything that Microsoft is doing now or whatever, we're not going to see maybe till, again, like I said, next generation.
Hey, shout out to my man Rossetti. He said, We still waiting on indies that were shown at last year's E3 from Xbox.
Well, all those indies or like I don't even know. I don't even know.
It's a mix of indies and AA games that they signed.
PC games and shit.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know what the. I mean, I don't know.
Some of them shits have come out. They just don't mean shit.
I gotta go there. Because I gotta be real. Like I said, we only got like a year, maybe 2 left in the generation. So right now is when Microsoft has to hit their stride. You have to start doing something. You know what I'm saying? Going into next generation. You already lost this generation. It's fucking over. Forget it. It's over. You got to hit your stride going into the next generation so that people will look forward to your product. If they come out there and drop a straight dud at E3, bruh, I think Microsoft fuck around to be irrelevant when it comes to console gaming. Like, and I'm dead ass serious. Like, I don't see people looking forward to getting a fucking Xbox next generation if they come out there and they ain't got no fucking games.
Microsoft need to do what Sony did last gen, and they need to put all the games out at the end of this year or this end of this gen. So they need to announce teaser trailers and all that bullshit.
Yeah,
they need to put all the games out at the end of this gen. Because remember, Microsoft doesn't do generation, so all this shit on the next Xbox, they need to put all that shit out at the end of this generation. So going into the next generation, they have momentum. Because right now, you're in that stage where you put some shit out, you're not gonna recover. You're not about to catch Sony, but you need to set yourself up for next gen so people just buy your box and they'll buy the next Xbox because Microsoft don't do generations. So all the shit that they bought or did not touch this year or this generation, they can get it on the next Xbox and be fine.
Right.
They need to set themselves up for that though.
And that's what I'm talking about. If they don't come out there with them big ass AAAs and shit that people, you gotta remember, this is what we bragged about at the beginning of the generation. Don't y'all too easily forget. Y'all will sit there and accept this bullshit Cartoon Network games. Fuck nah, I'm still the same person I always was. I'm still the same Xbox fan I always was. I want them blockbuster AAA games. If I can't get that, then you bullshitting. You wasting my motherfucking time, and you cutting in your mother's motherfucking time, nigga. But I'm just saying, you can't give me that. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to make me settle for shit like Sea of Thieves. I'm not falling for that. People acting like we changed. Nah, bruh. Y'all changed. Y'all changed to fit what Microsoft is doing right now. We not. We want what we always wanted, what we always used to get. It is what it is. And I feel bad for them guys that are changing. I just seen a guy yesterday say that God of War can't be perfect because he ain't perfect. I said, what the fuck going on over here?
He said, They said what?
And this thing, like, are you people who like think that we give a fuck about whether or not Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo, for that matter, is doing a certain thing? No, motherfuckers, we just want games. I buy every fucking console have since the Nintendo. That shit is not gonna change. I haven't turned on PS4 on all fucking year. I've had a Pro. I haven't turned that shit on this fucking year. It is April. That shit'll get turned on next week. And then it'll get turned the fuck off again. Like
until Spider-Man.
So
right,
you mean
exactly.
To tell me,
like, I don't give a fuck. My Xbox.
Tell me.
I game on PC, so I can play all this shit on my PC. When we in parties, when I'm playing Gears, and I don't even like that shit. Anything we do, when we played Sea of Thieves, that first garbage ass time, we play Sea of Thieves, same fucking thing. I play that shit on my PC. My Xbox gets almost as much use as my fucking PlayStation, but I own one because I buy everything. That being the case, I don't give a fuck if Xbox succeeds right now. I just want to make fucking games. I don't give a fuck if Sony succeeds. Make fucking games.
Give me the bangers.
I got a question for you, Maslin.
What up?
You mean to tell me Microsoft come out on that stage at E3? You know, them lights get dim and they come out with Super Lucky Tails in the hood. You ain't playing on the Xbox.
No.
I'm talking about he in the hood, he's slinging dope, doing all kind of shit. You're not going to buy it.
This is going to happen. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen at the beginning of Microsoft's E3. This is exactly how they're going to start this shit off. Phil going to walk out with some random ass shirt and a sports jacket on. He going to talk for about 6 minutes. He going to say some shit about playground games. They're going to come out with some car that's behind him, and the motherfucker's going to show Forza Horizon. They're going to talk about that shit for 15 minutes. They're going to go into some indie reel, and some random ass developer going to come out, and that motherfucker going to talk for 15 minutes. Then they're gonna talk about these multi-plat deals that they got, where they're gonna drop trailers and talk about enhancements on the X.
Right.
That's just gonna be the majority of the middle. They're gonna come out and probably talk about Halo or Gears, whichever one's supposed to come out first, and maybe 1 or 2 surprises. Then Phil's gonna come back out and talk for another 15 fucking minutes about controllers, and then them niggas gonna get off stage.
Hey, you know what? I got to touch up on this too, because everybody screams they want these single player games on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? And which, I wouldn't mind. You know what I'm saying? Bring us some good single player bangers. But y'all Xbox guys got to start buying fucking games, dog. Y'all scream y'all want these good ass games. Yo, Hellblade flopping right now on Xbox, and who was that? Was that K Megan? I'm talking about. It only sold what 500 or 250,000. Yeah, was that him bragging about how it only sold that much on PlayStation with a $70 million fan base, bruh? Well, it's looking worse on Xbox right now, big fella, huh?
It should have 18,000. Right
yeah,
now.
we ain't even at 50,000. That's sad.
That's a $30 game, fam. Are you okay, man? Like, do y'all really want games, or do you want? Like, what is it y'all want, man?
Wait for that shit to come to Game Pass,
bro. That's why that's what I'm telling y'all, man. Like, you gotta be skeptical of these numbers, man. With all these players playing and all these 2 million players playing, man. Listen, you can game share with 2 different people, big fella.
That's another thing. That's another thing. State of Decay 2 is gonna come out. I think it's gonna sell like 2 million, maybe 3 over the course. That's what I think is. But the problem is nobody will ever fucking know those numbers because they're gonna be buried somewhere in Game Pass. And nobody will ever fucking know. So it'll never get the I guess the clout that it deserves, the credit. It'll never get that shit because that shit's gonna be buried in Game Pass.
You're right.
It's just a matter of fact. Xbox is both fucking themselves up and setting themselves up at the same time. They're trying to plan for a future that's not here yet. And the difference between now and then is that these dumb motherfuckers haven't learned that if you don't tell the gamers why you're doing something, nobody will give a fuck. And they will just tell you to kiss their ass and walk across the street. That's the problem, and it's going to keep being a problem.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Well, like I said, I did a show earlier. But listen, let me actually, I mean, we can probably close the show with this here. I know Garrett, he's been working at Popeyes and then went to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Today, well, not today, yesterday, what came out, I think the day before yesterday, Windows Central announced that that you're gonna have some Xbox Live achievements on the Nintendo Switch. Is this Microsoft Endgame? You know what I mean? And that in itself, when I say, and to me, what I think is the big problem, and maybe again I'm being a little old school, but if you look at your biggest competitor, they're winning because they have exclusive content to their platform. Come here. No longer do we have console exclusives, you know what I mean? Windows PC and all that shit. Now we don't even have Xbox Live as a fucking console exclusive, you know what I mean, anymore. You know what I mean? So like that's crazy, you know? You know what I mean? Like, what do you?
Yeah, I don't know. This shit, like Microsoft's whole anything that touches Xbox Live is considered an Xbox gamer. That bullshit is just more the obfuscation of them hiding what they do. And the problem with the entire bit is that this shit is still making fucking money. Yeah. And to Microsoft, that's all they give a fuck about. And as a gamer, I don't. I just want you to make fucking games. If you're making money, make games then. Like that's the only thing I see. And people keep wondering, like, when is that shoe gonna drop and they gonna put shut Xbox down? I personally hope they shut Xbox down. I hope Xbox, if there is no Xbox next generation, because what's gonna happen is Xbox gonna shut down. PlayStation gonna have no real competition. They're gonna revert back to the PS2 to PS3 days. They're gonna overcharge off for bullshit ass hardware, and then they're gonna slowly raise the price on games, slowly raise because they're gonna just go unchecked. Just like Nvidia slowly did when AMD wasn't doing shit, Intel slowly did when AMD wasn't doing shit, and they've just now recently been forced to draw back because AMD put out some shit that's comparable for cheaper. So they just now recently had to draw slowly, and it's the same shit. is as soon as Sony go unchecked, all y'all motherfuckers gonna come to PC. So I welcome that shit so consoles can stop holding my fucking PC back. Fuck Xbox, fuck PlayStation, console, all y'all bitches. Fuck y'all. PC Master Race. I hope Xbox.
But listen, do you think
I hope they go third party. I want that shit to happen so y'all can see that Sony don't love y'all niggas either.
I just like that in itself is just kind of spooky. Like, you know what I mean? Like, God damn, is that really the end game? Like, this what they want? They shit on everywhere. Like, ain't nothing exclusive to this goddamn platform. That's crazy.
I'm telling you,
Xbox Live ain't even sacred no more.
I want these motherfuckers to shut down.
You know what the problem is? You keep thinking of. We keep thinking of Xbox to be a traditional gaming company like Sony is, but they're not.
They never
look at what Microsoft is. This is what they do. They don't give a fuck about that exclusive shit. Bitch, listen, we want this shit on everything as long as it say Microsoft on it, and you motherfuckers are spending money. That's what they want. That's why they putting out these bum ass games as a service games, and these motherfuckers out here damage controlling. Get the fuck out of here. 4 years on that trash ass shit. You don't want that shit. The fuck out of here. 3 fetch quests, some sharks, a Kraken with no body, and some dusty ass skeletons. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That's not what I'm here for, big fella. But that's what Microsoft is.
But it wasn't always like that, though.
As much money as possible. But
it wasn't always like that, though.
Yes, because they wanted to reel your motherfucking ass in. Did you not see it?
Yeah, nah, I didn't. I was man. They
hit you. They caught you, big fella.
You know what's fucking crazy? That was the original plan for Xbox.
I know to be on every living room floor, you know what I mean? But they had games then, you know what I mean? They came through the door with games. You know what's great? Shout out to the original Godfather. What's my man? James Blackley. They had this conversation against us with Bill Gates, and he wanted, you know, to integrate the PC. He said that it would never.
That was
work.
it right there. That was the whole shit
like
right
there. That was their original plan. They back to their original plan. The only difference is then that shit wouldn't have worked because everything was so different. Now that shit works because literally Xboxes and PlayStations are dumbed down PCs.
Well, just talking about the games. I mean, we just too as consumers, you know, we're just too different. You know, I'll give you an example. The games that sell in the millions on PC won't sell in the millions on console. The games that sell in the millions on console won't sell in the millions on PC.
Right.
You know what I mean? We just, again, as far as I understand, you know, technical wise, I'm saying we're just two different consumers. You know what I mean? We're not, you know, we're not the same. You know, what the fuck Ubisoft said that they, you know, 99.9% of their goddamn games are pirated on PC. Like, you know what I mean? You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We just, I don't know, man.
Only single player games get pirated because they don't got to check online and shit like that.
Yep.
But
this thing, like all these people who like talk about PC and the differences and all that shit, that's all fine. But as console gamers, if y'all motherfuckers was like, yo, you putting out a digital game, make that shit $45 instead of $60, and y'all just stop buying digital shit, you know what will happen next year? Them shits will be $45 fucking dollars. That's the difference. On PC, we were like, fuck you, we just won't buy it. On consoles, y'all don't do that shit. Y'all accept the little mediocre shit.
That is true.
It doesn't make any sense. Y'all accept a little mediocre shit, and then they do it again, and you're like, all right, it's all right, cool. It's cool. I'm okay with it. You know, they giving us this and this, so I'm okay with that. Fuck that. On PC, I just don't get your shit. I'm cool with that. That's the difference, is that if the console side started expecting more of all of these companies, started demanding more of all of these companies, like Sony ain't perfect, but nobody ever talks about them because they're giving you the games that you want right now. But as a whole, you need to make sure they get their shit together as a whole. And you have to, in order for that to happen, you have to talk about them just like you talk to Microsoft.
Yep.
The platform you own ain't perfect. Make it perfect. Keep talking about that shit and make it get better. If you don't, you're going to end up in the same situation where they just do whatever the fuck they want. And as a console-only gamer, you have to accept that shit.
Nah, well, I'll tell you right now, your favorite YouTubers aren't going to do it. They care about people's feelings too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie. All y'all in the chat, y'all cool as hell, but I don't give a single fuck about your feelings. I'm going to tell you like it is because that's what it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to save you. You're a grown-ass man. You're going to be all right, just like I'm going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Moves have to be made, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? You can't damage control it, man. It's looking bad out here right now, man. If Xbox don't deliver at E3, it's a wrap. Hold up, let me pay the bills. My man, Garuda Legends, the Pope of PS4. He said $500 for photorealistic games like Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, and Crack Pipe 3. The Finesse Box 1, damn. The Finesse Box 1L. Jesus. Hey, man, you gonna stop that, man. You gonna stop that.
Hey,
gonna
you
stop
like
that, man.
comment of the week right there. The Crack Pipe 3 for next box.
Damn.
Hey, yo, man, that's crazy, man. You know what I mean? The cracking was lagging. Hey, man, hey, you know what, though? Honestly, but I guess I we can close the show with this again.
Let me ask you a serious question before we go to, bro.
Yeah.
How do you, as a grown-ass man, decide you don't want to play God of War, but you want to play Sea of Thieves?
No, you know what? I got one even better for you. How could you sit in the same sentence and praise Rise, right? But slam God of War? First you call God of War a Rise knockoff or whatever the case may be. Like sometimes we got to get the biggest knife and draw cut the bullshit out. Like I don't know what the fuck. I mean, it's okay to have your preferred platform of choice or whatever, but if a game was like I don't know, like sometimes I guess the YouTube is entertainment, and I ain't listen. If it don't apply, let it fly, right? YouTube is entertainment, but god damn, sometimes it should be a little spooky. I'm sitting back scratching my head. Like,
and you know what's crazy? I went with that same Rise troll for a minute on Twitter, but when I seen people were like for real about, I'm like, man, the fuck?
bro.
Like, I'm just joking, bro. Like, yo, hey,
yo, that's the difference, though. We be saying shit and we be joking, and then these motherfuckers take it and run with this shit. And we be like, yo, you know we was full of shit, right? All right, well, do your thing, money. Like, you want to hang yourself, go ahead. We just want you to know it was a joke when it came from us. Yes, you took this shit and ran with it and then try to attach me to it. I ain't attached to your L. That's yours. You hold that. That's yours by yourself.
You guys remember a few months back, like towards the end of the year last year, when I was telling you guys, rumor had it Microsoft was going to be working with Nintendo to try to work with their online stuff. Looks like it's the first step right there, bro. Remember that shit? I told you guys. I told y'all, and y'all swore I was crazy.
Brian, I listen. It takes a man to admit when he was wrong, and I don't thought you was about crazy as all outdoors when you said that dumb shit. You wasn't lying. I'll give you that. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, I got my connects too, homie.
Yeah, you know
what I mean? The only one.
You know what I mean? But at that rate, honestly, I actually got the straw that broke the camel's back. And everybody said, when next gen go out there, saying, I'm always gonna have everything. But I ain't into that Nintendo shit. But more or less, you know what I mean? But just going forward, if this is the direction that they're gonna go into, then gonna do the majority of my gaming on the PlayStation, and the Xbox will be my secondary console. That's all.
Will you do to the Xbox what you did to Nintendo if they keep it up with this Cartoon Network?
Oh hell yeah! And I'm cutting up now. Cutting up now.
Right now.
Yeah. I don't give no fucks, bro. I got people that I done had people block me on Twitter. People, you know what I mean? I done came into this console war fight for. Man, niggas, somebody's gonna render me unconscious. Ain't nobody immune to the fuck shit, bro. Like
nobody
know.
Nobody's safe.
Yeah, shit, man. Y'all did bugging. The cracking was lagging. I'm getting personal because the cracking was lagging. Like, come on, man. Listen, I told you guys that Microsoft has lost their identity, and that crowd or whatever the fuck they're trying to go after, that they're trying to chase. I showed you the views of those fucking, I call them soft porn ass video games. Motherfuckers that attacking me tomorrow, it's for everybody. They're not even watching that shit. Like, come on, man. Like I said, you got a time where you got to get the biggest knife in the door. You got to cut the bullshit out. Like I said, I can be really messy, and I can start showing some DMs of motherfuckers having these mental breakdowns behind the scenes. They don't know what the fuck going on.
Damn right.
Nah, fuck that, man. It ain't that serious. Microsoft ain't giving me a goddamn dime. I'm gonna tell you something. And this is for anybody that's watching. Like, if this one apply, let it fly. All that he said, non-profit work, day in and day out, praising Microsoft. When they gave out those goddamn consoles, came November. Was it November and October?
Yes, sir.
Not one of you motherfuckers got a console. Not one of you motherfuckers got an elite controller. Nothing. If that's not a fucking telltale sign, stop. I'm playing for fun, entertainment. I get it. You can still prefer one of those. But I don't have any grand or lose. I've always said this. They're not my friends. I'm a fucking dollar sign. Just because whoever follows me on Twitter, bro, let me tell you something. I never gave a fuck about who made a video game.
You're right.
That's the truth. I'm telling you some real shit. So help me, Kratos. Never gave a fuck. You know what I mean? So whoever talks, that isn't, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Yeah, you got a person, whatever. I don't give a how big or how small, because again, I always said you'd be surprised who watches your channel. I don't care if you got 65 or 75 subscribers. Trust me, you know. And I'm gonna say to you like this: that before they had to pay people like the Michael Packers, whoever who got the research. Now they can see what the everyday guy, regular Joe Smo, thinks about their product. Real, just look at it like that, right? So they see out there day in and day out. Cool, fine. You think this motherfucker sent you a 3 months Xbox Live card? No. No. So I mean, like, oh, well, I'm just going, nah, fuck that. Hey, bro, you tripping. I'm out of here, man. Y'all can get, hey, Rambo. He said, hey, Rambo, the war's over, baby.
Well, my boy Next Gen said it right before show. How the fuck is the company that's out here tweeting and talking to the gamers, not putting out what the gamers want, but the company that does not even speak to the gamers is giving the gamers what they want? Jesus.
Well, that's simple, because they actually are paying attention to what their fans and consumers are asking for.
Yeah, you know what? You know what they said? Well, what does Sony give besides Horizon? Since last thing, Horizon Zero Dawn. And again, I don't know about a lot of those little games, but the same thing that Microsoft did last generation with those small like B8 titles between the big ones came out. We didn't get that. What we got was just that bullshit. Literally, it wouldn't have been so bad if we got something else and then fine. That's not for me. You're trying to play fine. That's not for me. Maybe you can find something that you like. But when I tweeted, this is crazy. When I tweeted Phil, respectfully, I don't believe in disrespecting anybody on Twitter. I don't troll anybody. Besides you fuck niggas. I asked him, what's up with the art style, the direction? Like what is your guys' angle, whatever? And games like luck. And Phil answered like a true politician. You guys on the air. Well, we that wasn't by what do you say? It was just coincidence or something or timing. There you go. That we got what was it, Lucky Tales or whatever case in Sea of Thieves. I mean, as far as the art style, I'm saying like more. And again, you got games that are coming out like we say State of Decay or Crackdown. I said no, like as far as art style, more realistic. You know what I mean? And we come up, like more mature setting. And then you got motherfuckers arguing me down about mocap, and then thanks Phil because I got to play in achievements that he beat in Fantasia and fucking Just Dance 19. Like nigga, are you like what the fuck are you doing?
Yep.
Shit, that's what you call that shit real spooky, but I'm bugging the fuck out, right? Man, But yeah, man, anything else you guys say we get the fuck up out of here, man?
Nah, I'm ready. We ready, bro.
You up on that gears or you going to sleep, bro?
I'm hopping on that gears, big fella.
My Xbox fucked up, so my shit cut out, man. I will take my shit back today, man, but I'm gonna try to play a few games. My screen will go black. I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm gonna take my shit back tomorrow though. But listen, man, thank you guys.
Roaches up in there. Fuck out of here.
You're probably so, right? I'm teasing everybody when they got roaches and shit and they shit. My shit just go black when I'm in the middle of some action. But now listen, if you guys enjoyed the show today, hit the like button. Then I got a dog shit channel with the like button. If you think I'm full of shit, hit the like button. If you think that I would be a better pony than I ever was an Xbox, hit the like button. You think I should die and burn in hell? Hit the like button. Yeah,
Z is definitely full of shit though. I just wanted to put that out there.
All day, every day.
Z is 100% full of shit.
Every day on Tuesday.
That's my brother. He's full of shit though. We just keep him on
it. It is. Listen, I'm getting another TV. God willing, in the creek no rise. I said Kratos willing. So I'm gonna I got the green screen and all that good shit. And I'm gonna be playing through Yakuza 0. They told me to get that one first and 6. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a motherfucking karate suit with the headband. Like
he getting a fat back. He getting a fat back Zenith. He got bang on the side, so the picture come back.
Out of here. I was saying the pity the joke gold cane was it gold chain gaming and the big ass 65 out of my desk, blind as hell with some bifocals on. Like, yeah,
I'm gonna be on the green screen talking about my name is Show Enough.
For real. Hey, y'all, let's shout out to Viewmaster, man. Fuck, nigga, hit that super chat button, you bum ass nigga. Hey, bum ass nigga, Viewmaster be here every show. Ain't never dropped 25 cents in this motherfucker, man. But no, shout out to Viewmaster though. But thank you for rocking out. We catch you. I'll be back on tomorrow.
Also, PC Master Race. Fuck y'all console.
Yeah, we must have a match tonight in Gears. Or wait, hold up. Or is I forgot. Is Nito's in today?
I think so. I'm not sure, but whoever it is, they ducking. They always ducking.
No, he just hit me just now. Asked if we still play. I didn't know if I forgot about Nito's and them with the Rainbow Six. I don't want to step on their toes. But anyway, thank you.
Also, I want to put this shit out there. If another motherfucker sends me the content list for Sea of Thieves, like I give a fuck about that dog shit.
Content list.
Tell me about it.
They put some fucking some fucking content list that they're about to start doing. I don't give a fuck about Sea of Thieves. This shit is dumpster juice. I'm gonna fuck about that. Stop sending me this shit. I'm not gonna report on it. I'm not gonna make no videos about it. It can kiss my ass just like you.
You know, nah, KBG, you not understand. It's a games of service. Yes. Destiny.
Hey, wait, hold on.
That's cash. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, yo,
why y'all don't got that same patience with Destiny and they gave you more content?
Hey, yo, hold on.
Exactly.
Hey, yo, I gotta get back at this. Hey, yo, I gotta get back at this fuck nigga Viewmaster, right? Now, look, he said something. Yo, you ain't goddamn show. I'm gonna go live at 2:00 in the morning here. So I got 5 kids to feed, fuck nigga. You hear a show. You ain't got no goddamn job, fuck nigga. You got 5 kids to leave. You get your bum ass out of here.
Shout out to Terabyte Gaming. $10 said good
My
show.
brother Terabyte Gaming. I think Terabyte in motherfucking Arizona, man. We gotta work together, man. I don't got a good memory, so I got when I want to, man.
He said they don't work with people that wear sandals and jeans. Fuck out of here.
Oh, nigga, we out of here, man. Listen, so look out for that, man. And we're posting, we're eating some spicy cabbage and shit.
Also, follow us on SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, iTunes.
Oh yeah, what's they asking me? Like, what's hey Post? You got the epitome of a goat mouth. They said they the same show been on it for 3 weeks, motherfucker.
That's a lie, nigga. I upload them weekly. I do it once a fucking week, every fucking Friday. I upload everything from the week.
Up there,
nigga. Every show you put on this fucking channel,
yo, you got the
you record 13 shows. You out here gaming with 13 fucking live streams a day. Ain't nobody got time to download all them shits and put them on SoundCloud. I do that shit every fucking Friday. Today, it'll be a batch upload of every fucking thing that happened this week.
All right,
I do it every fucking Friday. You know this shit from now on.
All right.
The masculine is lacking.
Hey, yo, hey, Resurrection. I know your cokehead ass got another controller right by now, right? Niggas trying to play Gears with a fucking PS4 DualShock.
Hey, I was trying to get back into that Tekken too, cause them GRG dudes been talking crazy, bro. It's time to get back in that Tekken.
And Netco's dog shit.
Hey, wait. Shout out to Troublemaking Ass all day. He sent me a video. I guess 100 little head ass was going at us today, cursing me out. Then everybody, I got Fat Gamer went at me today.
Shout out to 100. Hey, shout out to Fat Gamer and them too. They know what's happening.
Yeah, real, man.
I see y'all. Don't worry.
We cooking something real good for you fuck niggas.
Yeah, we got you little Eminem boys. Fuck out of here.
But nah, come on, we gonna do a little gas. We out here. About to hop online. Yeah.
Yes, sir.